Hello and welcome to the Hespect MMA podcast, where we cover MMA's hottest headlines, fight card bouts, fighter drama, discuss fight predictions, media giants, and basically all things MMA related. Made by fans, for the fans. This is your host, Hespectful Keith, and I'd love for you to come and join me here, often visited by special guest and best friend of mine, codenamed Throb Lowe, as we share our memories, takes, and opinions on the frequently changing landscape that is MMA. Now, without further ado, let's MMA and chill. So, what's with the name there? Lewis versus Winner?
Oh, yeah. Gane and Rozenstruik?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All right.
I imagine it would have been a topic.
All right, so we're finally back. What's up, everybody? Hespect MMA, Hespectful Keith and Throb Lowe coming at you. It is February the 25th. Where have we been? Well, I've personally been gone because if any followers are listening, you might already know that I recently had my kid, little Caden Clyde Sevilla Bernardo.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, 1 week and a day old now, and he's doing good, gaining weight, putting the work in.
Yeah, them gains.
Yeah, man. So that's why we've been gone. Anyways, we're back, and yeah, let's get back into it. I mean, let's quickly review everything that we missed. Just skim over it.
Yeah.
What was it? The last recording we did was the Overeem versus Volkov card, which unfortunately didn't get out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shouted out names like Ode Osborne for his quick knockout, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Danilo Marquez defeating Mike Rodriguez via rear naked choke in the second round. Beneil Dariush, we sang praises for him. Congratulations to that guy.
Definitely.
Yeah, Alexandre Pantoja and Manel Cape, right? That was that one where
Manil.
Yeah, Manel thought he was robbed of a decision, but volume and stuff. And we also covered Clay Guida, Michael Johnson, Clay Guida. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, veteran, man.
Long time.
And you want to reshare your reaction to the Corey Sandhagen versus Frankie Edgar knockout?
Oh, God. I don't even know. I was shocked. Shocked.
Yeah, man.
Well, not that shocked.
Oh, man. I wish we could re-release the episode that we recorded before, but I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, good on Corey, and speedy recovery to Frankie. I think he's still in it, right? He's thinking of still going.
Frankie, yeah. It was a little weird with what he was saying about his memory at the time. I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't remember training and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a few hours later when he was at the hospital, things started coming back to him bit by bit, and then eventually, he got there.
Okay. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's rough. Yeah, I totally forgot. I did read about that. Hope he's doing better. I don't know. Well, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. And then the main event of February 6th, Alexander Volkov TKO'd Alistair Overeem in the second round. Excuse me, people. Yeah, we were just we were hoping Alistair Overeem would pull through, but Drago, man, looking good.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a lot of stand-up, knows how to use his range.
Mm-hmm. And, had Curtis Blaydes won recently. I wonder if that would be a rematch that they would have entertained.
Oh, maybe.
But now the Beast is there. I mean, I guess they'll entertain that one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, John Jones and Stipe aside, if anyone's looking at a title, they gotta, play out the perfect fight for basically 25 minutes against Ngannou or Lewis, and that's not easy.
Exactly, as everybody's seen. But yeah, the week after that, we didn't get to cover. We did make predictions for UFC 258, and we did well. We did very well. I had some voice clips that I compiled, but realizing that I don't have two phones, unfortunately, you won't be able to discuss them. But I will leave them in here for you guys to listen to. So snip, snip, we'll put in there. But yeah, with respect to the prelims, congrats to all the winners on there. Underdogs of the week, Anthony Hernandez and Polyana Viana. Sorry, guys, I didn't get to post about you. And Mackie Coconut Bombs Pitolo versus Julian the Cuban Missile Crisis. You predicted, based on nicknames, that Mackie Pitolo was going to take it.
Yeah.
Snip, snip. Yeah, that's okay.
It seems like they're both Dana Contender Series winners. So they're both exciting fighters. More than likely if Dana himself is going to give them the contract. But neither of them have particularly winning records. So yeah. I think, I don't know. I'm going to go, I guess, split decision. And this is only based on their nicknames. Because Coconut Bombs and the Cuban Missile Crisis. Coconuts,
sounds like the steamroller.
Coconuts do grow in Cuba. And if there's a crisis with Cuban coconuts, a missile may solve it. And that is only because I don't know. I don't have the knowledge on these guys' careers. If I did more homework, took more notes, I would be able to answer this question. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. I really do. It's just
so you got Marquez then, eh?
Yeah, that's what I got Marquez.
Funny thing is, they're both American. So
yeah, I know that's the weird thing, right? Roots, so. Like I'm looking over their records and their sheet and everything is points to that it's going to be an exciting fight, right? It looks like it's going to be a fun fight. It's something you want to see. I just have no clue.
I watched both their last rounds. Like I said, Marquez is a pressure fighter. Mackie, he's kind of tentative from fire. So when I looked over what I saw, I would think Marquez by surprising a second round sub because Mackie, he seems to get subbed when he's hurt. Cannot confirm. Okay. I would have to watch some more. And Marquez, he has some subs on his record. Kentucky, but he can also sub.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Much more informed than my pick.
And he did.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a feel good moment because I said he'd probably get the sub in round 2, but he took it in round 3. But yeah, that was a good one. And then following that, Kelvin Gastelum versus Ian the Hurricane Heinz. Snip, snip.
You think of everything he's done, right? His skill set, his strengths and weaknesses. If he shored up this and primed that, there's no reason why Kelvin Gastelum couldn't be a champion.
Yeah, he just needs to get it together. Yeah,
and
my man, Mini Kane. Remember when people called him Mini Kane?
Yeah, I mean he's exactly what it is. He's a shorter, he's a stockier, he's a really thick power hitter. He's got cardio. He's got wrestling. Yeah. He's got
great
boxing.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, even when he starts an exchange or counters and follows up with combos, I mean, he's got everything you need. It just feels like, he's got to really set his mind to it.
And I really hope he does. Maybe the bill passing will allow him to be less stressed at camp. Right now, he can talk a little more. He doesn't have to worry about being tested positive. They're gonna be like, "It's all good. Smoke that weed, baby."
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I honestly hope because I love Ian Heinisch. I really do. He's an exciting fighter and everything, but I mean, I've always had a spot for Gastelum, not only because he loves the MJ, but because he's one of those fighters who moved up in a weight class and found success, walking in at 100% as opposed to cutting a bunch of weight and having a size advantage. I love it when fighters do that.
Mm-hmm. Hell, man, even if he decided to diet seriously, I think he'd be a super serious threat. welterweight.
He could, but
he loves his burritos.
I don't think he needs to. I mean, if he
he doesn't need
if
to.
his weed and munchie habits got under control 100% and it was just about the focus, I think he could absolutely do everything he could possibly want or need to at 185. I mean, he's not even 30 yet. He's 29 years old. I mean, he's only got 3, 4 fights on his record. That's not a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got every possibility, every option, every opportunity. This one is difficult. It is difficult. I honestly think it'll be Gastelum by decision.
I hope it's by TKO.
Really?
No offense again. I love you. Well, hell, I wouldn't be offended if either of you TKO'd each other.
Yeah.
But Gastelum, I feel like he'll get the TKO. Hunch.
I think Gastelum, understanding his general situation in the rankings and the fact that he started off so high because he changed divisions at a high point. I don't know if that'll be a factor, but that's one of the factors I think about. I think he'll come in with an intelligent game plan. I think I hope, and it makes sense that he would come in as intelligently as possible and then just execute a great game plan over the course of 15 minutes. That's what I think will happen.
And you may be right. Ian, no one's finished him before.
Yeah.
So it might be just the war. Right?
Yeah.
But either way, I'm going for Kelvin as well, man. Let's go, KG.
Yeah, I'm absolutely down.
I'm relieved to see Kelvin bounce back, man. What do you think of his performance?
I thought it was good. He looked a lot more like what he looked like before he went on his 3-loss skid. That time span when he moved up to his first title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looked like he's coming back to form.
Yeah, and in the voice clip that I inserted, you said exactly what he did, or he would come in with a intelligent game plan, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he's definitely a top tier fighter. He's just gotta make his way back to a title shot now. I mean, that fight with Adesanya was really close. It was a really good fight. I mean, well, maybe not really close, but
not in the end.
no. I mean, that's what I mean. For 4 rounds, it was pretty solid. But yeah, if someone wants to stand with him, he's gonna start mixing things in.
Yeah, for sure. Man, is he? He's kind of weird outside the cage, but very good inside of it. You see that post going around recently where he grabs his dog's balls?
What? I guess, man.
Yeah, man, it's been floating around. People are like, "What was that about?" He
I haven't seen that. I don't even know. That's just no comment. Pass. Let's move on.
All right, man. Anybody that hears this, they probably know.
That is absolutely. I can't believe I haven't heard of that yet.
Yeah, what a strange thing, is he? Anyways, do your thing. It's working for you in the cage.
Yeah.
But another feel-good moment for you in this case would be Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. Snip, snip. Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. I remember you were telling me a little bit about Alexa Grasso. I haven't followed her myself, so how would you break Alexa Grasso down for us?
She's a really good striker. Her striking is very clean, very technical. She's got good takedown defense. She can handle herself well on the ground. I mean, she's more well-rounded than everything. Obviously better at the stand-up. I think as far as the matchup between her and Barber goes, she's just more experienced. She was in that spotlight having come from Invicta with a relatively high profile on her debut. And the fact that she recently moved up from 115 to 125 is a big thing too. She said she feels more comfortable. She doesn't have to worry about the weight cut. It's more about the camp and the technique and everything. I think she's just a step ahead on the experience of it all compared to Barber, and I'd give her the decision.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah, you know, Macy, she's so young, right? 22,
Yeah.
23. All due respect to her. You know, she's trying to be the youngest UFC champion before John Jones. Good luck and stuff. But even looking at her most recent fights, feel like she's still in
Yeah.
development. You know, she's got power in her hands.
Yeah.
Obviously, comes out hard, puts up a good pace. Uh, it's almost as if she's fighting like she's in a rush to get
Yeah.
to the belt. But yeah, I got her caught before, right? Did you ever see her one fight with JJ Aldrich? Got dropped in the first round. Ended up finishing
Yeah.
Aldrich in the second, but yeah, like I said, you know, still in development there. Like even in her most recent fight, how are you gonna put that performance up against Valentina Shevchenko, right? Even if you get past Alexi Grasso, which is a tall order in itself,
Yeah.
judging by how you're breaking
I
it
think we
down here.
both talked about the path to the youngest champion in UFC history last week, right? Yeah, I don't.
Don't think she's gonna
No, I
make
don't
it.
think there's any realistic possibility, unless 1% beats 90% 3 times in a row. Because right now,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, unless Macy Barber turns up another first, second round knockout, I feel like Grasso is very well rounded, especially since she moved up and she's more comfortable at 125. You know, when you're walking in at 100% as opposed to with a size advantage. Yeah, like I think this fight alone is too much to bank on being able to get to that point of fighting Shevchenko. I mean, that alone is another thing, but beating Shevchenko is an entirely other conversation. I think
TikTok.
I think we're not going to see another youngest champion ever with anyone on the roster right now. I don't think there's anyone on the roster that I've seen can possibly make that conversation.
And that is just the hurtful truth. Sorry, Macy. I'm going to trust you and go with Grasso by decision here. What did the odds maker have it at? I
don't
forgot.
remember.
You pretty much called that one as well.
Yeah.
Alexa Grasso just a step ahead.
Yeah, and most of the fight, everything Barber tried to do, Grasso was just a little bit better. I think her striking is by far her best asset.
Yeah. She was, as I said, a step ahead of Macy at the time. And, credits to Macy. She tried to give it all in the third round there, but just back on the scorecards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the campaign for the youngest UFC champion has been derailed. Sorry, Macy.
Yeah, that doesn't, that's not too bad, though. She's only, 23 or something? No, 22, it says. Yeah, I mean, as far as already fighting high-level competition, just take her time. I don't know if she wants a quick turnaround or not, but definitely has the time to grow.
Yeah, that does remind me. How young should fighters be when they go pro? Because I recently caught word from one championship that their youngest fighter will be 16 years old. She comes from the Lee family. Christian Lee.
Oh yeah, I forget what her name is.
But, Victoria Lee, apparently.
Yeah, I heard
making her pro debut in there.
I don't
know. Too young?
I feel like it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't Rory McDonald's first professional fight at 17, 16?
That's true. Same for like the Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
They fought in their late teens, went pro.
I don't know. It's a difficult call. I think if they want to do it, if parental guardianship, whatever rules in the country or state or whatever they live in, if it plays out that they're allowed to, able to, willing to, sure, why not?
Yeah, and they are a fighting family, so
yeah, they definitely
got all the influence around her that she needs to, go out there at the age of 16. Word up, though. I guess so. Young fighters.
Yeah, I mean, both of the other in the Lee family, what is it, Christian Lee and I forget.
Angela?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah, they're all at the top of their divisions. So I imagine growing up in that environment, she's already, a step ahead of the average 16, 17-year-old martial artist.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. There's definitely gonna be a lot of eyes on her in terms of like the Eastern audience.
Yeah, and that could go either way too. I mean, Aaron Pico started his career immediately at the highest level on Bellator's first ever pay-per-view at Madison Square Garden. That was his pro debut. And I mean,
they really hyped that guy up.
Numerically, his record isn't that great. I think he's like 5 or 6 and 2, 3 maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's definitely competing with the highest level right from the very beginning of his career, and I think that is a little bit worse than, starting at 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, when they throw you right into the Shark Tank, especially like because he had all his reputation from his wrestling credentials and success in there.
Yeah, plus he was coming from TriStar, right, with the same camp as GSP and Rory and everything. So I think there was a lot of hype behind that. Or did he move there afterwards?
I think it was afterwards.
Okay, maybe not at that time then. Maybe I'm mistaking that, but
maybe we're both wrong.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I think is Victoria Lee debuting in 1?
In 1?
Oh man, that's some deep waters.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
we'll see who they put her up against.
I don't know if she has any amateur fights yet.
Probably took a couple smokers. That's how Michelle Watterson did it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. Good luck to her.
Yeah,
but yeah,
absolutely.
Moving on from that though, Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, another good call. Snip, snip. Really, really tough one to break down here because you got Usman with wrestling, obviously.
Yeah.
Burns with the supreme jits, but Burns with the knockout power as well. Usman more. I mean, he's got knockout power, but he's more of a TKO guy.
Yeah, he's a distance fighter. He's in either wear down the rock with softer, not softer obviously, but more voluminous punches, or just exhaust him. There's no other way to say it. He is an exhausting fighter. There's no way you're gonna fight Kamaru Usman and not be able to throttle your engine for 25 minutes.
Well, they have said that they keep up with each other, and when they did train together, Usman moved recently for the fight, but who knows if that will be detrimental. Gilbert Burns, though, I guess they know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Are we even going to see these guys tie up? What do you think?
I don't know. It's tough. I think I don't know. It's really difficult. It's a really difficult one to call because you look at their strength. I mean, I feel like Gilbert Burns has more power and strength with a single shot in the stand-up, but Kamaru might be a little more seasoned and experienced in, keeping an eye on what he needs to avoid that situation. Especially with Masvidal, Covington, Woodley, RDA kind of opponents, right? And at the same time, I feel like
deeper pool of
I feel like Usman has better grappling. Like if he doesn't want it to go to the ground, if he just wants to clench up on the fence, he can keep it there.
Yeah.
But if it goes to the ground, I mean, I feel like if it goes to the ground, it's going to be because of an accident. Like Usman shifted his weight incorrectly, and Burns managed to get him there. And I think at that point, Usman will have no trouble getting back to his feet. I feel like if it goes to the ground, Usman will be on top when it happens, and there'll be no issue with getting back to where he wants it to be. So I'm thinking decision Usman.
Nice. But yeah, you don't see a submission threat there, even with Gilbert?
No, I absolutely do. But I think I don't think Gilbert can get Kamaru to the ground. And if it accidentally goes there because of whatever reason, I think Usman can get back to his feet. I mean, Burns on top. I mean, like the BJJ guys, submission guys, they usually threaten from the bottom more often than not. And getting up from having just gotten to the ground with whatever random chance situation it might be, I think Kamaru can get his feet in the scramble or along the fence. There's just a few edges, a few this and that I feel are in Kamaru's favor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm with you on that one, man. I think Kamaru Usman will take it by decision. Gilbert has obviously a lot to offer, and he can finish Kamaru with the hands. I kind of agree with you. Maybe not with the grappling. Maybe they rolled enough that Usman will be able to stave off whatever threat Burns has to offer. Sucks that we didn't get to post it. I'm gonna go back to that a couple times. Like the one episode where we made some good calls.
Yeah, we had a high ratio. It was like above 60, maybe.
Yeah. And then I didn't get even to put that on the IG page. It's like, it doesn't count. It doesn't count, man. And I slid 1% on the recent main of our the recent card down to 39%.
But I mean, the moment seemed like it got to him.
Yeah. Like once he ended up on his back, he kind of just let Usman kick his legs and recover.
Yeah, maybe a little more patience. You never know what the fighter's gonna do in the moment, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I thought it might have been over in the first round for Burns, but after that, I kind of, every 10, 15 seconds that went by, it was just like, okay, this is going way in the other direction.
Yeah, after that. Yeah, I don't think he should have stayed on his back for so long when Kamaru was over him.
Yeah.
He was even waving his legs at one point, like, you're burning the clock, bro. It's a championship fight. Go for it.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, laying on your back, doing the bicycle.
Yeah, but that's good on Usman, right? He stayed game and he just found the perfect openings. Apparently, he's been working with, what was it? What they say, Mark Henry or something? A new striking coach?
Oh, it's showing. I mean, his last two fights, what were they? Colby and Woodley? No, Colby.
Yeah, Woodley. The Woodley one was a lot of heavy grappling.
Yeah, that one was a little further ago. And then, with how much wrestling Colby has, just like him, it kind of negated each other and they ended up standing. So, I mean, that's a lot of in the cage experience. And I imagine after that fight, he realized, if he's going to have to strike with someone like Thompson, who's hard to get down and keep down, he might have to strike with someone who's an elite level striker, right?
Yeah. Oh, and he had that match with Jorge. That's the one that everybody picks on him for.
Yeah.
One fight, man, it can really turn the crowd on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit. But yeah, that jab, that when he switched the stance and caught Gilbert coming in, that was beautiful. Just dropped him.
Yeah, I mean, his striking's definitely getting better.
You can, yeah, like you said, you can really see it. Just like small, tiny increments. He's like landing better. He's got really subtle evasion. Like he gets out of the way of strikes like very subtly.
Yeah, good, very good distancing, like spacing.
Good
range.
But yeah, what do you think is next for Kamaru here?
I don't know. I mean,
he's been saying Jorge, not Jorge. He doesn't feel generous anymore. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth. Everyone wants that one Twitter post that blows up, and then there's suddenly, plus 3 million followers, and then they have that much more pull and everything like that, right?
Well, who would you like to see?
Leon Edwards, didn't he have a fight that was supposed to happen after the Khamzat?
Oh yeah, I think he said he'd fight someone else. Was it Magny? Or did they fight already? I would have to look again.
Yeah.
But I do believe he was booked against someone else because Khamzat's just having trouble with the vid, man.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just looking at it now. Bilal Muhammad.
Oh yeah, Bilal. He just came off his own win over was that Diego?
Yeah, that was the same card as Usman and Burns. Quick turnaround.
Yeah. Not Diego. I keep forgetting his brother's actual name. Are they both named Diego?
I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's Diego, and then Bellator is Douglas.
Yeah. Wait, that's Douglas Lima's brother?
Yeah, I think it's his older brother.
Oh damn, I did not know that. Cool.
Yeah, trippy. Yeah. Yeah, next time you see him out, you'll see it.
the resemblance, the way they fight and everything.
That's hilarious.
I mean, Bilal
Very
Muhammad
similar.
he's doing really well. He's got back-to-back 4 streaks with Jeff Neal being his only loss.
Yeah, serious fight.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, so what do you think? The winner of Leon Edwards and Bilal, I guess. There, you got Colby though. He's been barking ever since he beat up Woodley.
Yeah. I mean, welterweight's really, really deep right now. But when
Too deep.
when it comes to Usman though, he beat Colby, he beat Burns, he beat Masvidal, he beat Woodley. I mean, the only ones he hasn't fought is Edwards and Thompson. I think.
I like the Thompson.
Yeah, I think other of the two of them, Edwards or Thompson, whoever gets their next win, whoever extends that win streak by one more will probably get the title shot, unless they decide to do the Masvidal money fight.
But he already beat Jeff Neal. Can't he just have a title shot? Please, Uncle Dana. Come on. It's the NMF champion, man. Come on. Maybe they should fight each other then, Leon and Steven. Maybe that'd be a contender match.
Yeah, they could do that.
If Kamaru wants to sit back, he can do that.
I mean, 2 years inactive, I think, almost, right, for Edwards? I think regardless of what happens, he's probably not going to get a title shot with that kind of inactivity. So he's got to get this win.
Yeah.
If he gets this win, I think his next win. Yeah, I think he could just sit for a title shot.
Well, I think in terms of Wonder Boy, he deserves either Edwards or a title shot. So that's my campaign for now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Wonder Boy 2021.
I absolutely agree. He'd be a huge threat to what's it called? Usman, but I think there's just too many people ahead of him.
Yeah, I think
I think as far as, as far as, someone's track record or, their divisional position or how much pull they have, and the only star power in the division right now is arguably Usman and Masvidal. Other than that, you're basically working on the merit of your recent activity, right?
Yeah. Well, they also got Colby.
I don't know if that's star power. It's more like he's a douche and people want to see his jaw broken again.
Yeah. You don't like his shtick, huh?
I mean, it sells the fights, and I get it. And I really did enjoy seeing his jaw get broken. So good for UFC and their advertising team.
Like, Henry Cejudo, it's like a genuine cringe.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, like he's doing that.
Yeah, purpose. Exactly. But
COVID thing it's a little more of a painful cringe.
I mean,
right? Like,
when you see that moment when he had those two paid models to stand there with him, and he had his arms around him.
He always has escorts with him, man. It's hilarious.
Those girls look so uncomfortable.
I know.
Like they know exactly that they're just there as paid eye candy, and he's just some douche.
They got their forced smile on. You can just see the tension on their face. The things people do for money. That's the whole thing that surrounds Colby.
Yeah, no. Yeah, people just like seeing him. Oh no, they don't like seeing him, but they like not liking seeing him. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Makes you want to watch him lose.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Man, but yeah, congrats to Kamaru and Gilbert Burns. Hopefully they get some good matches after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on to the most recent card, UFC Vegas 19, this February 20th on 2021. Blaydes versus Lewis. Shout out to all the prelim finishes. I missed them. I have to admit, because I was visiting my son in the hospital. But you got any highlights to share there? Like anything that you might want to recommend to me?
Eddie Wineland. John Castaneda. That was a good one. Yeah, I think.
Eddie Wineland got finished. Yeah, it's always hard to see him lose. He's a throwback.
Yeah, it definitely was. There was actually a lot of good knockouts on this card. Good finishes.
Yeah, all the way up to the headline prelim.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Was that Aspinall and Arlovsky?
No, they were the beginning of the
Okay.
main card.
Gordon and Chavez then.
But how'd John look? I've never seen him before, so. John Castaneda.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, 1 second. Let me just refresh my memory here.
Do you hear about Ayman Sahabi? That's Faraz's brother.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, didn't he fight on this card?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah. That's
I actually got the chance to watch that one now that I'm looking at it. That's a
yeah.
trip,
I
eh?
know. I was, and it's so trippy to see that he has like more than a couple fights in the UFC, doesn't he?
Yeah, has he been around for a while?
I
Oh
think
shit!
so.
Our casual is showing. Our casual is showing.
I don't know if it's a UFC. I
Let's
don't
see
think it
here.
was his
Yeah,
debut.
four matches in the
Oh
UFC.
damn. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
1, 2, drop 2.
yeah, I mean, that was a trip when I saw the name. I mean, I may have just not caught the prelims or whatever card he was on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Oh.
what's it called? What was the fight? Sorry, that gummy just hit me.
That's all good, man.
John Castaneda.
That's all good.
That wasn't the flying knee. That was I would because that's another one that was on the early prelims. I think that might have been Gordon and Chavez, or we'll get to
Okay.
it. But yeah, it was just patience. You know, it was the first round. Towards the end of the first round, Eddie Wineland was leading most of the exchanges. But I mean, Eddie Wineland, I noticed a tell. He kind of, waves his left hand right before he's about to do something. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he did a lot of feinting, and when he feinted, he didn't, really, do that little wind up type thing. I don't know what kind of movement it was, but Castaneda definitely caught on to it, and it was just like a clean series of strikes that led to unanswered shots against the cage. Yeah, it
Oh,
was it
okay.
was patience, but he still got the first round finish. It was really, really solid performance.
Mm-hmm. Definitely gonna look at that one. And as for the flying knee, I'm looking at it here. It was Julian Erosa. He did it on Nate Landwehr.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah, the guy with
Yeah.
the land wire. Is that it? Yeah,
Landwehr.
business in the front, party in the back.
Less than a minute in,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It was a very, very high octane fight right out the gate.
And, yeah, but back to Zahabi. Have you seen any of those memes? They're like saying he looks like Ariel Helwani.
Really?
Next match when you if you ever replay that match, yeah, I think you'll see it.
No,
But yeah,
he definitely looked familiar, and then I saw the name. I was like, oh man, that's got to be a relation.
yeah, exactly. Such a unique
Yeah,
last name, right? There's no
definitely.
way. And yeah, I did get a chance to see that one. Fellow Canadian defied the odds, right? I think he was like a plus 155 underdog.
Was he at the time?
Yeah. And he's been on and out. Like when I'm looking at his record here, he was fought in 2017. That was his first loss in the UFC. Took 2 years off, lost again, and then I think took another 2 years off.
Oh yeah.
And,
Well, I mean, if
yeah,
he's at TriStar,
just working
yeah,
at
if he's in that environment, the high level training type gym, I
it.
imagine he feels he's got to work on some stuff before he gets back.
Yeah, that's probably what Faraz even recommend,
Yeah.
right? Save your brain
Yeah,
health.
develop those skills. 2 back-to-back losses. It makes sense to grow outside the cage.
Mm-hmm. And what a crazy finish! It kind of did remind me though of like Pantoja versus Cap, where like he was he was losing on definitely losing on points because Draco Rodriguez was like he had a bunch of volume in that first round until the finish, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Rodriguez did make it out the first round, that'd be easily like 10-9 in favor of him. But still working at it, and all things considered, good luck to
and
the hobby there.
and the finishing punch, it was really quick, well placed
Yeah.
inside. I mean, it was a really good shot.
Mm-hmm. It was like it was like a 1-2 just he didn't even touch the first
Yeah.
shot, but that second one came in while Rodriguez was coming in, and
Yeah, he got
goddamn,
inside quick and hit the chin
it's a
perfectly.
beautiful finish. Yeah, so shout out to the Zahabi family. What's up, Firas?
Big win, definitely.
Yeah. Moving on from prelims there, though. Tom Aspinall, man. You know, I hate picking against Arlovsky, and I have been picking
Yeah.
against Andre, man. Got caught, essentially,
Yeah.
right? After that trip or that takedown towards the
Yeah,
cage.
he threw a leg kick that was a little bit lazy, and he got taken down for it.
Yeah. So I wouldn't particularly say like there was anything to, kind of indicate that he's at the end of the road. Just got caught.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't going horribly in either direction, right? It was pretty well balanced. Arlovsky was definitely, doing what he's been talking about lately with using his experience to,
Yeah.
push the fight to where he wants it, as opposed to just trying to, brute force his way through everything like he used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still in a good place. I mean, he's definitely been looking better lately than he has in the last little while.
If you're still enthusiastic about it, then why not?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, at this point, he's already like a living legend, right? He's got a Hall of Fame spot coming more than likely.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just a Frankie Edgar situation where the only reason it hasn't happened is because they're still fighting.
Yeah, and for him, he's I love to Frankie. Andre's been less knocked out recently.
Yeah,
so he's doing good at preserving himself.
Good win for Aspinall, though.
Oh. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see him. He's got wild hands.
He's got really good hands.
Man, swings with a lot of power. We'll see where he goes. Yeah, he trains with Darren, doesn't he? Darren.
Oh yeah, I remember them saying that.
Yeah, you could kind of see it too. Like they kind of have like similar movements. I guess they kickbox a lot in training. Yeah, man. But let's talk about this Phil Hawes versus Nazaruddin Imabov. Sorry, probably butchered that name. Phil Hawes, you had a great first 2 rounds, but that third, man. Do you think it should have been a draw? I mean,
yeah,
I think that third was a 10-8, but
I was thinking it was going to be a draw. That's what I was thinking. I think someone, one of the commentators, Anik or whoever, they might have mentioned it as well, a possibility, right?
Yeah, because he was getting beat up in that last round. He stayed strong though. Every time he got hit, I was like, "How's this guy still standing?" His nickname came out, Megatron. Man, he was taking the beating.
At some point, it's exactly the same thing, right? Because Megatron's always winning, right until the very end, and then Optimus Prime gets revived or something.
Holy shit! All due respect, Phil Hawes. Hey, I made a little meme of him, his face in Megatron's suit or whatever, his robot. He liked it, so what's up, Phil Hawes? You pulled through. You got the majority decision. You don't see that.
Yeah, I
too
mean,
often, right? Two judges
if it wasn't going to be a draw, I would think majority or split would be the way.
Because he did get the first 2 rounds, I would say. But man, that third. Please do not do that too often, Mr. Hawes. Can't be doing that all the time. After that, you had Chris Dawkis defeating Alexi Olynyk. TKO'd him in the first round. This guy had even wilder hands than Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
But I guess less technical. Not saying I'm an expert, but very winging.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very, power forward kind of striking.
Yeah. Really put it on Alexi, and Alexi really tried to do his thing, but Chris Dawkis really fought him off. Had really good power. So people have been going around about like saying whether It was late stoppage. Poor Herb Dean. He's been getting criticized a lot lately. People have been saying like he's kind of falling asleep in there nowadays. Like, what's going on? What do you think?
Yeah, I've noticed that a little bit too. He's letting a lot more go. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, I feel like a lot of other refs have stepped up their game. I definitely think that one could have been stopped a few seconds earlier, a few punches earlier,
Yeah,
but I don't know. Good days and bad days. At least he
for sure.
didn't get accused of drinking on the job. Not that, not that he did, but
apparently Ariel interviewed Dominic Cruz recently, and Dom still hasn't let it go because he asked him about it. And he's like, I don't even know why that guy's still referee.
oh man, that's not a good look.
He wasn't all there. Yeah. Oh man, come on, Dom. You gotta. You're known for being humble, but just that one thing, not letting it go.
No, didn't he just accept a fight recently? Cruz?
Yeah, he's gonna fight Casey, man. Casey, looking like smiling Sam Alvey and TJ Dillashaw had a love child.
That's ridiculous.
That's exactly what he looks like, man. It's like a redheaded Dillashaw. But yeah, man, that's who they're gonna be fighting. I forgot when, but I'm tuning in. Isn't it the next card? It's the next card.
Oh yeah, it is.
I think it's on the prelims. That card is so stacked that he's on
God damn, the next pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, man. Anyway, people asked him. He's like, I don't.
Yeah, he's not attached to his ego.
Good old Dom Cruz.
Whatever the quote was.
Yeah. See, we need more of that, and less of the referee thing. Gotta let it go, Dom.
You absolutely have to. But that is a really big fight. I mean, and like the card is solid too. I mean, you got 2 title fights. No, 3 title fights, right? Peter Yan and Sterling.
Oh, it's not the next. It's the next.
Yeah. This is Rozenstruik and Gane.
Yeah, but that card. Oh, cannot wait to get to that one next week.
Tons of names, all the way down to the beginning of the prelims. You got Joseph Benavidez. You got Yadong Song. I mean, that's a solid lineup.
Now you've been actually mentioning that guy a lot. I still need to check him out, man. Gotta show my casual again, man. I keep hearing about this guy, and I gotta check him out. So, you want to throw in a little tidbit about Yadong Song? Didn't we laugh at his name when
I think I made a joke of some kind where I said, his brother Thong made a song about Cisco. Oh no, Cisco made a song about his brother named Thong. No, the Thong song because his brother's name or something like that, right? Yeah. All due respect, that's he's doing good. He had one little setback, not a setback, but a draw against Cody Stamann. But yeah, other than that,
Cody, that guy's been floating around.
He came in like a wrecking ball, and he's just winning fights. He's finishing people. He's getting unanimous decisions. He's very well rounded, and he's quickly moving to the top. Marlon Vera was his last win. Yeah.
Oh shit, eh? Nice. All right, well, I'll definitely check him out. Sorry, everybody. Call me a casual if you want.
His next opponent on the next pay-per-view, Kyler Phillips.
Ooh,
can't say I know him.
That's probably a banger.
More than likely, yeah. I see some TKOs on his record.
Mm-hmm. The UFC, they know how to build those cards.
Always got a Dana White's contender series. Yeah, he's a banger.
There you go.
Yeah,
that'll be a good one. I'll definitely learn.
When you see Dana White's contender series a few fights back, they like to stand. It's just
tremendous.
Such a great idea. I mean,
good for Dana too. Probably had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like how you can win a fight dominantly, but because there's a lot of wrestling and grappling involved, Dana White won't give you a contract.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
get
think
it.
for
And the
yeah, it
results
does
speak for
make
themselves.
sense.
There's been a lot more action lately, I guess, in the last little while.
Hmm.
I imagine COVID has something to do with that, limited opportunities because of travel restrictions and things like that.
Yeah, on the upcoming card, I think there is a guy who actually was the victim of the story you're telling. It's one of the Russian guys. I think we'll cover him. Um, but yeah, moving on from that, you got Derek Minner on the card, right? He defeated Charles Rosa, unanimous decision. A lot of people were on Rosa, like they had him as the favorite. He was a Vegas favorite on the betting odds. And he just got dominated. I even picked him on my quick picks for Instagram, and I was just like, "Yeah, why did everybody say this guy was going to win?" All due respect to Charles Rosa, but yeah, Derek Pinner, just a lot of top pressure and stuff. You get to catch that one.
I vaguely remember it. I mean, there was a lot of knockouts, so that's
Mhm.
kind of what I was focusing on. When I looked back
Yeah,
at the screen after a while, I noticed there was round three, and I'm like, okay, this may seem like it's not a banger.
yeah. Shades of Maya
Yeah.
versus Gunner. Oh gosh, we should share that story. So this one time we were watching Bellator and UFC at the same time, the same night that Gunnar Nelson and Maya fought for the first time, and we're sorry, people. We love action, and it's all due respect to Maya and Gunnar Nelson. But we knew we basically called it. We're like Maya's probably going to be on his back for like what 3 to 5
Yeah.
rounds. Was,
I'm
was
not
it the
sure if it
main
was the
event?
main event, but it felt like it.
E- Every time we tuned from Bellator to check back on the UFC,
Yeah.
Maya was on his back. Oh, so you know, pick your poison, right? There's some people who love that kind of shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, it's definitely the most physically grueling part of it, right?
it sucks when you're the one that has to
Yeah.
do it and everybody's watching.
And then you dominate your opponent and you get booed for it. That sucks. But
Yeah, it sucks.
people
North
want what they
America,
want.
man. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
bloodthirsty
that's exactly
savages
what
over
it
here.
is. We've been spoiled by the NFL.
Yeah. Oh man, NFL man. You ever think anybody will ever try and toss someone out of the
Oh, I don't
octagon?
know.
Would that count as a
I
win?
don't know. Maybe. I mean, that who was it who lifted John Jones? DC lifted John Jones up and almost tossed him out, didn't he? Just because of how big he was. He had to put his hand up on the cage to stop himself from. Not that he was going over, but that's what it looked
Yeah.
like.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
that was good. That was good. Freaking DC with
yeah,
that
I
crotch
know.
lift, man. That must be uncomfortable for a lot of
Yeah,
guys. He was one of the best at those. I think he's until this day, he's practically the only guy who
yeah,
did it often.
yeah. That was.
I don't even know if that's what it's called in wrestling. It's just he just grabs
Yeah,
your
that's
crotch area and lifts.
exactly what he does.
Uh, Following that, though, Yana Kunitskaya, the wife of Tiago Santiago, or what? Tiago Santos. Yeah, there you go. That's a fighting couple
Yeah,
right there. She defeated Ketlin Vieira, another underdog victory there. But I remember we were texting about it, and I was surprised that the commentators were surprised because I felt like Yana was like the busier fighter the entire time, even though she had like a bad position. I don't know. What was your opinion?
that one was difficult because I mean, like you said, position versus the cleaner shots, the bigger shots, kind of thing. How much do you
Hmm.
weigh, less but more effectiveness versus someone who's controlling most of the fight but not really doing as much damage, I guess. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a difficult way to go. I
yeah.
mean, especially when it seems like it's the early fight versus the later fight too, almost.
And I feel like Yana, like, despite any controversy, she kind of like turned it up on the last
yeah,
bit
she
there.
definitely did.
And the ending of fights, a lot of people say they're more significant because, like, if there was no rounds and there was no time limit, then who do you
Yeah.
think's gonna win? It's probably the person who's fresher and the other guy, the other person that's getting
Yeah,
tired.
because without that minute
Who's-
break, without the moment with your corner and your coaches and everything, it's just you making adjustments, right? It's just you
Mhm.
having to
Yeah.
keep pushing through. And yeah, like how many times have we seen a fighter almost go out but get saved by the bell and get to recover for a minute? You wouldn't get that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why, for me it was a pretty clear cut decision. I didn't think there's any
No,
controversy
not
there.
controversy. I probably would have thought, maybe a little closer of a decision. Was it a unanimous decision? Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it might have
unanimous.
been split, but I mean, I'm not going to argue it. It was definitely. I thought it was going her way anyway. I thought it might go Vieira.
Yeah,
Sometimes it does.
yeah, I would have been understandable if it was split. She did have good positions, but I just felt like Yana was punching
Yeah, I
her
mean,
the
a lot of
entire
the
time.
times she kept going for like a rear naked choke or something, and she was just getting punched in the head.
Yeah. Anyways, after that, Derrick Lewis. Just MMA doesn't work on Derrick Lewis for some reason.
No, I mean it definitely doesn't. He's teachers have said you won't always have a calculator in a pocket. Derrick
Yeah.
Lewis always has a calculator in his pocket.
Yeah, it's so crazy too. Like when they interviewed him, he's like, I was just looking for that one thing. He knew it was coming. What a guy. Just
Yeah,
swinging for the fences. You see his face in the slow-mo when he did that uppercut?
yeah, he was.
Just
He,
like he was taking a shit, man. Just
yeah,
all the power in there.
he's just full body clench. Like his goddamn toes help that power.
Yeah, man, freaking crazy. How'd you like the Super Mario sound effects
That
that I
was
made?
hilarious.
Oh man, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
A lot of people liked it. It's probably my most liked post of this year.
Yeah,
I'm glad
that was
people
definitely a
enjoyed it.
good one.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So Lewis, is he primed for a title shot? Maybe a rematch with Francis, while Stipe and oh wait, no, yeah, Stipe and Francis are gonna fight. Got John there. Yeah, where was Lewis going? Where would you like him to go?
I think it's difficult because I mean they got a love triangle going on right now at the top.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he's fourth in line. Stipe's got the title shot. Not Stipe, sorry. Ngannou's got the title shot. John is
Mhm.
obviously getting winner. With the schedule lately, that could take over a year.
Yeah, the heavyweight title picture, kind of a slow mover there, and it's
Yeah.
like getting stacked. So who knows?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I understand Stipe's position because he's had that eye injury, and that's not something you want to rush back into the octagon with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I just want the belt to fight a little bit more often. And like you said, it's getting stacked, right? As far as
Yeah.
Derrick Lewis's position, I think just another fight. I mean, he's
Mhm.
obviously got to be at least top three as far as the ranking goes by now, right?
Yeah, I do think they asked him, and he said he still wants Alistair. He said it's not over for Alistair yet. He still wants to clap that ass, no homo.
Yeah, Clapton cheeks, I think.
Clap them cheeks. Freaking Derek Lewis, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's he's a
He is
modern
his
day
own
Rampage.
full stacked PR team in his head,
No kidding.
just
He just
throwing out
knows what to
gold.
say. Fucking love that guy. No homo.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the number one and two contenders right now, Francis Ngannou and Derrick Lewis. If anyone is thinking about getting a title shot, you literally have to beat a high level striker with more power than any human being should have in one shot.
Exactly. And his name is the Black beast.
Yeah, and
Nothing gets scarier than that.
then you got the Predator, literally like a physical superhero, Francis Ngannou.
No kidding. It's a freaking Woodley at heavyweight.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a dangerous picture considering the heavyweight division is, you know, 80% of the time at least a knockout.
hmm Volkov, right? Came off that win over Overeem, Gane, and Rozenstruik. About to throw down. Freaking, it's getting stacked, man. It's getting hot in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the winner of Rozenstruik and Gane should fight Derrick Lewis.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
because I think they're all riding 3, 4 fight win streaks, right?
Yeah. Heavy hands all around, heavy legs.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, no shortage of action unless it turns out like in Ngannou Lewis.
An interesting position here is you got Blaydes at 3, drop down below Lewis and Volkov off his win. Is it time for a rematch between these two?
Blaydes and Volkov?
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. I mean, Curtis Blaydes is still top 3, and you know he's not that far from getting back in the picture.
Yeah,
I think
he's also creeping up in there, man. Just crazy contenders right now.
yeah, I mean, I think it was 2, 3 fights ago for both of them. I think that's enough time to, stack some other names and then get back to it. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I think they should, because Volkov's been raving about his new takedown defense, so
Yeah,
I'd like to see that. See Blaydes put it back to the test.
yeah. I think lately Blaydes has been not hyping up because his wrestling is definitely solid and the best in the division. I think he's making it too obvious that if anything goes wrong, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah,
And I
because now
think
everyone's concentrating on the shot, right?
yeah, 100%. If there's anything you need to practice for a Curtis Blaydes fight, it's takedown defense and getting back to your feet.
Yeah, or a knee, or
Or a
as
knee,
Lewis
or
did an uppercut.
exactly. And Derrick Lewis does have really solid takedown defense, and it is hard to keep him down. It took literally one of the best fighters in the UFC, right? The record books, Daniel Cormier, to be able to do that to him for basically the entire fight, right? Right up until it ended.
Yeah, his success in the stand-up is just like kind of overshadows and underrates his ground game. Like he did really good against Alexi Olynyk.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Like you saw the.
I think he tried to take him down, right, in the first round, and it almost went badly.
Tried to wrestle the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was even saying for the Blaydes fight he was going to wrestle him. He's all jokes.
Yeah.
So awesome, man. Probably one of my favorite fighters right now for sure. But as we were talking about Rozenstruik versus Gane, UFC Vegas 20. But let's go down to the card a little bit there. I was looking at the head of the prelims with Alexander the Great Hernandez. Remember that guy? Guy that most people know him for getting spanked by Donald Cerrone. Talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
All love, he's he's facing off against Thiago Moises. It's a pretty good banger. Hernandez, obviously a solid prospect. He has a win over Beneil Dariush.
Which one, Thiago?
Yeah. Oh no, Alexander Hernandez.
Oh, how long ago was that? I mean, Dariush has been doing really good lately.
Yeah, so that was Dariush's last loss, right?
Okay.
Now he's on a 6-fight win streak.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Back to Alexander. He did have his misstep calling out and talking smack about Donald, obviously, right?
Yeah, that was definitely quite the step up in competition.
Kind of like a Miles Jury, right?
Yeah, I remember
Miles Jury talked shit about Diego Sanchez. Yeah. No, that was just handing out butt spankings.
Yeah, I know. Right? He's just like, he may have been a step behind against literally the highest level in both divisions.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, 9 times out of 10, you come at Donald Cerrone, you're probably going to lose.
Exactly. And people say Donald's more dangerous when he's friendly with the guy. Well, what about those two fights?
Yeah, he had a statement to make.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Donald's just dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened. It's for Cerrone. He just seems to be on a bad streak. I don't know what his plan is.
yeah, no, it's always those big fights. Those big fights get to him, and I guess if it's a mental block, he has to deal with it somehow. But I just love seeing him fight.
Yeah, I mean, personally, Donald Cerrone is my favorite fighter of all time. He's definitely
Yeah.
my number one. But
No,
yeah, I mean, I wish him the best, but I also really want to see him fight again, especially against
yeah,
Sanchez.
he's probably been enjoying that Connor payday, so
Yeah,
and he deserves to. So
yeah, man, he had to have made some money there.
for sure. But yeah, Miles Jury, he's 12-3 now, coming off a KO victory of Gritzmacher back in October. If you did you happen to catch that one?
Uh, I think so. It sounds familiar. Yeah, that was in Bellator, right?
Yeah. No. It was the Hall versus Silva card.
Was that who is that jury?
No, Alexander Hernandez.
Oh, sorry. I
Sorry,
thought we were
kind of
still
getting
talking about.
jumping around here. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
let's
bad.
get back to that one.
Yeah,
No, I don't think. Not coming to my mind right now.
yeah, all good. Well, he looked very sharp. Had good lateral movement, clean hands, good head movement too. Threw a lot of good kicks. Had great timing. He just put a striking clinic on Chris. And I'm sure you've seen Thiago Moises, right? He
Yeah.
might be coming into his own right now, but I think I think it's still too early to say. He's 25, right? So 3 years younger than Hernandez. His last victory was a unanimous decision over Bobby Green.
Oh
That
yeah,
that was
yeah. I remember that one.
yeah, that was a close one. That was a close one.
Yeah.
He stood toe to toe with Bobby. Not a lot of guys do that.
No, it's definitely the more difficult way to fight him. He's got
And
really good
he's
boxing.
yeah. Moises is more of a grappler, but yeah, he held his own, landed a lot of good shots. Yeah, but Bobby, man, it's just got great defense and a good chin, right? Even when he
Yeah,
gets
yeah, he
hit,
definitely does.
yeah, he's always styling on his opponents. I love that guy.
Yeah, very entertaining. I like him. I like seeing his name.
Yeah. So, in terms of Alexander Hernandez and Moises, though, what's the crystal ball say here? Is there enough to go on, or
Um, it's difficult. Definitely difficult. I feel like Moises might be a little bit what would you say, well-rounded, cleaner kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think like you were saying, isn't he more? He's more of a grappler, so I
Yeah,
think if he
but
works
he's
that
been
in,
standing and banging.
yeah, I think if he can work that in, he might be able to do it. I mean, I'm not too familiar with these guys, but just overlooking things. There's a little more variation in Moises' record versus a lot of TKOs and decisions in Hernandez.
Yeah, I actually have a little bit of a different angle on it myself. I give Alexander the slight edge here because I think he has more experience. Like he's seen a stiffer side of the competition, right? Has
Yeah,
that win over Beneil?
that's a good point.
Yeah, but MMA math, right? It's a shaky formula.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not accurate. It's like hitting a rock really hard and guessing how many pieces it's going to break into.
Yeah. But yeah, back to that. Looking over the technical side, you know, Hernandez in that Gritzmacher fight showed a lot of improvement compared to the Cerrone fight. And I don't know if you saw the Drew Dober fight, but goddamn, Drew Dober's a dog. Finished him in the second round. But yeah, he looked great in the Chris Gritzmacher fight. Uh, I feel like Moises is turning into more of a brawler, right? He likes to trade.
Yeah, he's at about that point in his career where he's getting more experience and everything, understanding and realizing what he's capable of, kind of thing, and he's
Mm.
enjoying it.
And he does have the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to fall on always, right?
Yeah.
But Hernandez, he does have high school wrestling, but who knows, right? We've seen him stand more than wrestle, obviously.
Yeah.
So for me, my prediction would be Hernandez by decision, if his cardio holds up.
Yeah, I think probably Thiago by decision.
Yeah. Yeah, he's tough. I don't think Hernandez will finish him. I don't think he's ever been finished. Moises. So
Yeah, I think. I mean, Michael Johnson and Bobby Green both have good striking, and those are his most recent wins. Those are some pretty high level competition as far as the lightweight division goes.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
I think I don't know. It's definitely a tough call.
We'll have to see. Okay, moving on from that one, going into the bottom of the main card there, though. Featherweights, Alex Bruce Leroy Casares
Yep.
versus off against Kevin the hard-hitting hillbilly Kroom.
Yeah, I remember his name. I think it was. How long ago did he debut? I remember hearing the name before.
I believe it was just in December. Yeah, there's a video going around about it too, because he did win that one by submission in the first round, but it was overturned because he tested positive for marijuana.
Oh my goodness!
And this was a month before they passed the bill.
Really?
So he's upset
He's
about.
not happy about it.
He's not like upset, but yeah, he's not happy about it. There's this interview where they asked him about it, and he's just like, so this is Vegas, how come I can go bang a hooker, but I can't smoke weed in this place?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah,
that just seems ridiculous to me. He could probably appeal it.
He could try.
Yeah,
they're pretty like
they don't
they
usually
move
go
on
through
that
very
far.
well.
Out of all the fighters that I've heard try to appeal, nothing ever happened.
No.
But back to Alex Casares, because this guy's been around for a healthy minute.
Yeah.
We basically watched him grow up, right?
Yeah.
He was from the Ultimate Fighter.
He's still very young, and yeah, I remember. There's barely been a minute since I've been into MMA where I haven't seen his name in some form.
Yeah, that was the GSP versus Koscheck Ultimate Fighter too. So it's definitely like we were watching that one.
Yeah.
And Alex Casares, that was 11 years ago.
Yeah,
bro.
I remember. I was like Bruce Leroy, or I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that sounds a cool nickname. Well, plus he had the afro at times and everything too. Very
he had that first
entertaining
fight.
fighter.
Yeah, you remember that first fight on Tough where he had the smile?
Yeah.
That was his shtick
Yeah.
at the time. He just smiled at you the entire time.
Yeah,
so
he definitely played his image right. His nickname and everything.
Yeah. He's a staple. Man.
Yeah, he definitely is. You can't think of featherweight without at some point coming across his name.
For sure. In those 11 years, he's gone 12 wins, 10 losses, and 1 no contest in the UFC. The no contest was also a victim of the pre-USADA marijuana bill.
Oh, man.
Got that one overturned, yeah. He would have been on a crazy win streak if that one wasn't turned into a no contest.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been through a lot of stiff competition, right? Uriah Faber, Francisco Rivera, Yair Rodriguez, Kron Gracie.
Yeah.
He's on a 3-win streak right now. He got a UD over Chase Hooper 2 fights ago. Handed Hooper his first pro loss.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
And now he's putting his win streak against the hard-hitting hillbilly.
Yeah.
What a mouthful. Right
Yeah, I know. It's because you got 3 H's in the nickname and then 2 hard K sounds. It's a difficult switch.
Oh, man. It's hilarious. Yeah, both these guys, they have about, I guess, the same amount of fight experience. Obviously, Alex has seen stiffer competition.
Yeah.
But Kroom, if you've seen his, last fight. Obviously doesn't look like a slouch. What was that? He finished the guy in like 31 seconds, I think. And he was like the guy, I think Roosevelt Roberts. He was a minus 410 favorite.
Oh man,
going in. He rocked with a good counter left off their 1-2 thrown by Roberts and snatched up this like crazy modified guillotine / like Darce choke thing.
let me just take a quick look here, refresh my memory.
Yeah, no problem. But that was the fight where it was turned into no contest after he tested positive for the Mary Jane.
Okay, yeah, this weird standing thing, right? I remember this.
Yeah, it was like a Darce / modified guillotine.
He was about to go for like a normal person submission. But somehow he's just like, oh wait, this fits. This fits. Okay, I'll squeeze it.
Holy shit! Awesome, a normal person.
Yeah, I mean that was some kind of crazy ending. I mean, I don't know what it was. Good for him, man. That's hilarious.
So on paper, it's style versus grit, right? They both got good technique. We'll see who the better man is. This one's another hard one to call. How do you see it playing out?
This is difficult because I know what Alex Casares is bringing to the table, but Kevin Kroom is relatively unknown as far as the higher promotions. And that debut with the turnover, I mean, the no contest doesn't always look good, but he definitely won that fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult to say. I think I might go Casares decision. I just don't have enough to go on for Kroom. And as great a performance as that 30-second fight was, and he did everything right from the clean shot to, finding somehow that awkward submission and then holding on to it for the win. I mean, definitely solid performance, but yeah, I think Casares, he's still durable. He's still got the gas tank. He's still got all the tools in the belt, the Batman utility belt.
Yeah, we've seen more success with him lately.
Yeah, right? he's definitely well-rounding himself out.
Yeah, if he's coming into his own, I think now's the right time, right?
Yeah, and he's not like horribly active either, to the point where he's physically damaging his body or anything. I think he fights like twice a year average or something.
Mm-hmm.
Once or twice a year. It's not I mean, he's 32. He's been a 10-year staple for the UFC, and he's only got, what is that, 30 fights, if even that? 29 fights. Yeah, he's still got a lot of durability left, a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm going to admit to a degree of bias for Casares.
Yeah, I agree.
We've seen him grow up in the cage throughout the years.
Yeah, I mean, 11 years, 21 years old is when he joined.
Yeah. Damn, man, that's crazy. He's been around for a minute.
He's been around since you had guys walking in 40 pounds above their weigh-in.
Exactly. Oh shit, the extreme weight cutters back in the day. Yeah. Obviously not putting it past Kevin Kroom to get anything done there, but yeah, I think Casares will. I'm gonna keep it spicy here, and I'll say he'll get it done by sub.
Yeah.
He's pretty good on the ground, kind of funky. I think I don't think he'll be able to put away Kroom, so I think maybe he'll get a sub. I like to keep spicy. Let's say sub by like second or third round.
Nice. I like it.
Now this one was actually stuffed in on Sunday. Ashley Yoder put it to light for people because everybody was like, "What the hell is this?" So strawweight 115 Angela Overkill Hill will be fighting Ashley Spider Monkey Yoder. Yeah, I guess they just threw them in there to buff up the card, right?
Yeah, how long did they throw them in there?
Just this Sunday, or maybe the announcement was even sooner or later than that. But Ashley Yoder said that they received the contracts on Sunday.
Okay. Okay. So very short notice.
Yeah, super short notice. So like, shout out to both these ladies.
Yeah.
You got to get
Yeah.
in shape
Definitely.
and go for it.
I mean,
Mm.
Angela Hill, she's always ready, right?
Yeah,
She's literally one of those fighters to the core type people who are always ready to go.
yeah, love Angela
Yeah,
Hill.
definitely one of my favorite fighters on the roster for the women's divisions.
Yeah. Now, her and Ashley Yoder did fight before in 2017 on the Tough 25 finale with Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt.
Okay.
Yeah, Yoder she dropped the decision to Angela Hill. It was a close fight. You know, they both traded around a piece. First to Ashley, and the second one to Angela. Or wait, no, the first one went to Angela, and the second to Ashley. And then Hill took the third. You know, landed good leg kicks. She has that great right hand, eh? Like really just throws it down the middle
Yeah.
and hits hard with it.
Yeah.
Really good.
The combination of that and the kicks, it's a strange variation, right? Two very different
Mhm.
things to watch for.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, both ladies very decently well rounded. Hill obviously a bit of a better striker. Yoder she mixes up with kicks and takes downs. Plays the top game nicely if she can get it there. Um, both ladies obviously be trying to get that winning streak to get them into the title conversation. Hill right now though coming off a 2-fight skid. Those split decision losses to Michelle Watterson and before that Claudia Gadela in May.
Yeah.
And Yoder is coming in, having just turning the corner on her own 2-fight skid. She got a UD over Miranda Granger in November. I don't know, man. What do you think? It's been a few years. Who's taking it this time?
I think I got to go with Angela Hill. The competition she's lost to recently before her 3-fight skid got snapped. I mean, Watterson and Gedalia, they're both at the top of the division.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah,
Elites.
very, very high level right there. Both of them very well rounded. I mean, as far as
Very well rounded. Wink, wink. All due respect, ladies.
That is hilarious.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, versus I mean, Ashley Yoda has a lot of experience too, right? She fought Hill before.
Mm-hmm.
She fought Dern a while ago. Ronda Marcos
Mm-hmm.
has been a ranked name for a while now. Yeah, I think Angela Hill is, she's her striking will get it done. She's got a more complete skill set, I'd say, as far as on the feet.
Mm-hmm.
And she does have good takedown defense. She's hard to keep down. I think
Yeah.
I think I don't see it going submission against Hill. And I don't
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I can't picture Yoder just kind of smothering her for 15 minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure her striking could put her in a position to get submitted. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think not by very much. I think it could very well be a Yoder win by some manner, but I think decision for Hill.
I agree. Yeah, like obviously a small margin of error for both chicks,
Yeah.
right? But both ladies,
Yeah, both women.
both women.
Definitely got to cut that out.
No, we're gonna keep it in there. It's all good. Sorry, I say the guys say stupid shit. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just how it works, people.
Yeah, we are the less intelligent of the two genders.
But yeah, I'm gonna sit, I guess, uncomfortably on a decision hill. Decision by Angela Hill. Yeah. Yeah, just a matter of who will be able to implement their game, right, and not let the opponent implement theirs.
Yeah.
So it's just it's close to call. They're both like really right there in terms of skill level. So I'm gonna pick Hill as well. Though.
Yeah, they're both just about at the point where they just got to put it all together, right? They just gotta start getting that streak going.
We'll see. After that, though, we got Pedro, the young Punisher Munoz versus Jimmy El Terra Rivera. You know me, man. I love myself some Jimmy Rivera.
Yeah.
Yeah, got any comments on these two about to throw down here?
I don't know, man. I think someone's probably gonna bleed.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
I don't see this one going the distance.
These guys bang, man. You know,
It's
Pedro
difficult.
obviously a power brawler.
Yeah.
Jimmy's more about speed and precision.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I mean, they both have the power to put it away. I think of the two of them, Jimmy Rivera with the speed, the precision, the cleaner single shots, I think he might be able to get it done first. I'm going to go Rivera second KO.
Second round. Okay. Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's a spicy take, man. Yeah, you know I like Rivera, but Munoz, has he even been finished before? That guy's got a hell of a chin. He traded hands with Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been finished before. But you know, I do agree with the winner. I think Rivera will probably pull out a UD if he finishes him. That'll be a huge statement.
Yeah, it would be.
Hoping Rivera could put it together, man.
Yeah. I mean, at 145 especially, like lightweight and welterweight have always been, the deepest divisions, but lately 185 and 145 have been catching up. They're definitely filling out.
And dangerous.
Yeah, it's starting to reach even the divisions past that. Like right now 135 is looking really good.
Yeah, you got freaking Sandhagen and all those other guys below there.
Yeah, Sandhagen, you got Font. I mean, Aldo and Edgar just went down there. They're both high profile fights.
Heavy shit going on there.
Yeah, like it's growing. They're getting those deep divisions where the top 5 being clearly better than the rest is moving to the top 5 to 10, and then 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be the entire ranked board. And on any given day, they could beat each other, right?
Yeah, that's a crazy.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah, once you have like the top 10 guys who could all just take each other out. And then following that match, women's flyweight 125. Just going to gloss over this one because another one we're not too familiar with. Definitely look forward to the fight, right? We're going to begin that dialogue with them. Montana De La Rosa versus Mayra Bueno Silva, right?
Yep.
Flyweight division is still in development stage.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah, so just good luck to those ladies. And we're just going to skip over the prediction for that one there.
Yeah.
Jumping into the next bout. This one's a pretty heavy one. Nikita Krylov, right? Number 8 versus number 11, Magomed. Another Magomed.
Yeah.
Ankalaev. But yeah.
Must be like their John Smith.
Yeah. It's like the most, just OV is their favorite letters in there. But yeah, how do you like these two fighters? Got any comments for Nikita or Magomed?
Wait. Difficult. I mean, I'm more familiar with Nikita Krylov. I remember when he first put together a few win streaks back to back. He had a few names, right? He had Maldonado, Ed Herman kind of thing, right?
Oh my gosh. He fought Fabio Maldonado, man. That guy.
Yeah.
Where is that guy now?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he fought recently or anything like that. I haven't seen the name in a while.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah, I mean he's very well rounded. He's got a solid skill set, good mix of KOs, submissions, and things like that. Doesn't often go the distance though.
Yeah, fights to finish or get finished.
Yeah.
Well, except the Johnny Walker one. He, because Johnny Walker is an absolute killer, right?
Yeah.
It's understandable that he did what he had to do. Kind of just wrestled him out.
Yeah, and like lately, like back-to-back 4 win streaks, 4 and 5 actually. I'm looking over now. 9 of 10, with Misha Serkinov being the loss in between. That's a solid performance with Maldonado, Herman, things like that. And then after that is nothing but high-level competition. Lost to Blachowicz, won against
Mm-hmm.
St. Preux, lost to Tajira, won against Walker. All 4 of those fights are
Yeah,
high
all
level. Yeah,
killers.
I think as far as growth and position, I think I got to give it to Krylov. I think it's difficult. He's got a good mix of submissions and TKOs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say decision, just because Magomed is coming off back-to-back wins against the same opponent, Ion Cutabella, and
Yeah.
he's definitely a well-rounded fighter himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he probably learned a lot from both of those 2 fights and what it takes to succeed at the higher levels. So he's probably going to come
Yeah.
in with a really good game plan. He's going to have a more well thought out camp. He's going to put more effort and intelligence into everything. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure it'll go like it normally does for Krylov, where someone does or doesn't get finished. I think this will be one of the rare decisions he has.
That's nice. That's a interesting take. Yeah, I've been I know Magomed has fought Eon twice now, but I think he's a bit of a dark horse.
Yeah.
He's a super clean striker. If you go back and see some of his matches, and he does have that loss to Paul Craig, but that was like he tapped out at the last second of the 3rd round. Like if he had just held on that one more second, I don't know if he was going out. That's why he tapped. But yeah, he would have won because he pretty much dominated the fight until he got caught in the triangle at the
Okay.
end there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know a lot of people are high on Krylov, and I've
like
heard
him.
his name a lot. Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
A good fighter. But man, Magomed, like when you watch him, it's just like, man, this guy. There's something about that guy. I think he's got something.
Okay.
So in terms of picks, yeah, I think a decision for Magomed. I don't know if he'll finish Krylov because obviously Krylov's a tough out. So
Yeah. I mean, submissions and decisions are usually how he loses, right? As opposed to getting knocked out.
So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get spicy. Let's say
Yeah, it's
Magomed
been a
by
spicy
KO,
night for you.
TKO.
Yeah. Must have had Taco Bell yesterday.
Must be that Taco
Yeah.
Bell. Let's do it though. Let's do it. Let's keep it spicy. Yeah, there you go. Co-main. That one's gonna be a banger for sure. And now moving on to the main event of the evening. I don't even know how to say this dude's name.
Jairzinho.
Jairzinho, my bad. Rozenstruik versus Ciryl Gane. 2 big boys. I've been following Gane for a while, since before UFC. I don't know if you remember that main event page that I had for a while, that MMA page.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think I remember hearing his name, before he kind of broke out in the UFC as a threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I first took notice of him when he fought Rogers Souza or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, he quickly made his way over here. Undefeated kickboxer, undefeated in MMA. Not a lot of mileage compared to Jairzinho.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did see like some people arguing on Instagram that experience should play a factor here, even though Ciryl is undefeated.
Yeah.
A lot of people are high on Jairzinho taking this.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to if you come in with a kickboxing background, you've obviously had some kickboxing fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've obviously had actual experience, in combat as far as competition goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always a little bit more there than just what their UFC record is showing or their MMA record.
I agree. Like Gane, like if you look at, he's got some subs, so he's obviously
Yeah,
more
he's well
well-rounded
versed.
than
Yeah, very
people.
well versed in the whole of it, right?
Yeah. So and Jairzinho, he's obviously more of a striker. Big
Yeah,
boy. That's
yeah.
literally his nickname. Big
Is
boy
it? Yeah,
or Biggie boy.
Biggie boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean
So
he's very similar to Derrick Lewis, actually.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, they're stylistically they're both just big dudes who have really strong hands.
Hmm.
And Derrick Lewis is obviously more experienced. He's not the same Derrick Lewis we watched growing up. He's got takedown defense. He knows how to get back up. He knows how to pick his shots, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And Rozenstruik, he's getting there. So I think this is gonna be a good fight.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's gonna go distance, but I don't know if you're asking me. I'm gonna keep going with Gane here. I think he'll be the one to get it done. Maybe a second round TKO or sub, just because I haven't seen him in trouble, and I've been following him for a while, so a little bit of bias there. And Jairzinho, he does have that lone loss to Ngannou, who just kind of like fucking steamrolled
Yeah.
the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
that's hell of a steamroll.
God damn it, Ngannou, man. Chill, man. There's no
Yeah.
calm in there.
Yeah, this let him take a breath or two before the
Yeah.
fight starts.
Like when we used to play Marvel versus Street Fighter at the Pizza Hut there
Yeah.
nearby 7-Eleven, and I'd pick Wolverine. You know that one thing he does
That
where he
giant
like
forward
that
slash thing
yeah
where it's
that
like 100 slashes.
yes, that's what Ngannou did.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh
shit.
man.
Man, but what about you, man? How do you see this one playing out?
I think it's the same thing. I think the difference between Lewis and Rozenstruik is like I said, experience. I think overall, as far as heavyweights go, you don't really need as many combos or major multiple shot landed kind of
Mhm.
thing. And I think Ciryl Gane seems like he's the cleaner striker. Rozenstruik seems like he's stalling and waiting for that one shot. Like Junior
Mhm.
Dos Santos, he's definitely one of the better heavyweights out there, but he hasn't really been in his prime in the last little while.
Yeah, both their last wins are on JDS, man. It's painful to look at.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. And then you have Blaydes and Ngannou there, right?
Uh,
But anyway, Jairzinho, right? Yeah, I think he's just not active enough. I mean, he didn't win against Overeem. I mean, he lost 24 minutes of the fight basically,
yeah.
and then just happened to Derrick Lewis himself into a winning situation.
Yeah.
And I mean, like it works. It definitely put Lewis in the position he's in when he beat Volkov, right?
Mhm.
But I
What do you think
mean,
of that stoppage, anyways? Because like Alistair wasn't out; he just got sat down. But then Jairzinho kind of like just walked off like Mark Hunt, and then the ref called it off. How'd you
yeah,
feel
I don't
about
know.
that?
It's hard to say because even if the ref had tried to let him get back up, I mean, he would have been stumbling around the cage as the bell went off.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gane is just going to land more shots, and they're going to add up, faster than Rozenstruik can land that one shot.
Mhm.
I think it'll be a finish. I'm thinking first round
Yeah. So what do you see? A sub or a TKO?
TKO. Yeah,
TKO. All right, I'll go with the sub. We got a lot of opposite picks this one, man.
yeah, we do.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Um, but yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, there's a tongue click at the end there. I had it under control this whole time, but yeah, coming to a close. There you go. I know this is the main event of the evening, but when it comes to heavyweights, it really is a coin flip, right?
Yeah,
What is there to say? You can look at all the technicalities. Obviously, Ciryl Gane is going to be, on paper, the more technical one. You said Jairzinho, needs a little more volume,
yeah.
preferably. But other than that, the KO power is there, and it's going to come from somewhere.
Yeah, I can't see that one going to the distance.
Me neither, man. But yeah, there you go, everybody. Nice little podcast after being gone for like 2 weeks. It's
Out
good to
there.
be back. Yeah, and
Yeah,
thanks for coming back.
definitely fun again. Glad to have it
Yeah,
back.
good stuff, and hopefully we keep it rolling. We'll see y'all after the card this weekend. We'll do our review next week and the preview of the upcoming card. What is that? Is that the
That's
pay-per-view? Right?
259. Man, I cannot wait for that one. That's the
Hell
most.
yeah!
It's got the potential for card of the year.
Okay, we definitely got to get that one. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a few fights in preparation for that.
Hell yeah! As soon as I stop this and get back to my in-laws, I'm gonna do some homework. I've been staying
Yeah.
over there because my son's at the hospital nearby there. So been a
Yeah.
long haul, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, thank you again for coming, and always nice to bounce some chat off you, some ideas and hot takes.
Yeah.
All right, and everybody, thank you for listening on in. This is Hespect MMA. We back, and we will see you next week, whenever. Schedule is still a little bumpy. We'll smooth it out eventually. So much respect to you, Throb Lowe.
Yeah.
All right, and peace out, everybody. Hespect.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace. Hey, thank you so much for listening in on today's episode of the Hespect MMA podcast. If you'd like to connect with me and discuss your own responses over anything MMA related, come follow my Instagram or Twitter at Hespect MMA Pod. And for those of you listening in via YouTube, remember to hit that like and subscribe button to show some continued love and support. Appreciation to you, and tune on in the next episode. Much respect.